Yay! It's Hedgie Day!
We're so excited.
Woo! I'm Brittany.
And I'm Julie.
And together we're the mother-daughter duo of Stitches of Love. And it's Hedgie Day. Are you so excited, Mom?
I'm so excited. I'm thrilled to finally get everyone to be able to have the Hedgies.
I know. I feel like we've talked about the Hedgies forever, and I'm so glad the day has come. And I know you all are glad the day has come too. Yay! So first, let's start by talking about what the Hedgies are, what the whole block of the month entails.
I just want to say, it's a quilt.
Yeah. Before we came back here, I was like, Mom, here's what we're going to talk about. Because I don't know if y'all remember one time we were like, well, this is a quilt and it's got quilt blocks. We have a little more detail for you today. So the Hedgies is a quilt design by none other than Julie Love here at Stitches of Love Quilting. So without further ado, Mom, what was your inspiration behind the quilt?
Many of you may have seen a couple years ago, there was floating around Facebook this image of someone who had a little pet hedgehog, and it was like, must have been a baby, and it was like in their little hands like this, and it was on its back, and it was just like, oh, so cute and cuddly looking and just sweet. So I thought, gee, little Hedgies, they must have a good little life. And so,
did you want to be a hedgehog?
No, I really didn't want to be a hedgehog, but I thought, I wonder what a hedgehog's little life was like. And then I thought, well, maybe they get to have
all kinds of fun stuff.
Things, so.
Well, I love it. I think it's adorable. Every quilt is cuter than the last, so I'm excited.
We're just full of whimsy here at Stitches of Love. That's what we like.
It's your happy place. Everything that you get to make from Stitches of Love is just a genuinely happy, fun, whimsical quilt. So the hedgehog features 12 hedgehogs. Each depicts a season or holiday. So we'll just kind of briefly run through that. You want to?
Sure.
So one of the cutest things is that we've named each hedgehog. So they each have a little personality. There's 6 boys and 6 girls.
Okay.
So we have January, which is Hope, and she holds a little snowflake. And we're going to move the camera a little bit so you can see. Of course, there's close-up pictures of each block on the website. So we have Hope. And then we also, for February, have Harry. So cute. Harry's like bringing chocolates to his love. Then for March, and flowers. And then for March, we have Hilly, who's holding a cute little jar. Then for April, we have Hayden. Look, he's a little gardener guy. Then for May, we have Harper, and she, I guess, would be the florist. We made little personalities for all of them. I hope I'm remembering them right. Then for June, we have Howie. Oh, look, there's a string. No more. Then for July, we have Haley. Look at her little watermelon. For August, we have Harvey. He's got a little cactus. Maybe he's got a little succulent garden. He's a little prickly. Then for September, we have Heidi. She's going back to school. Then for October, we have Harley. So if you join the block of the month today, the very first block that you're going to make for your October block is going to be little Harley. Isn't he so cute? And then November, we have Henry, which is a little pumpkin. And then last but not least is Holly, as in Hollyberry. Or no, Haley. Hollyberry. We talked about this the other day, the famous person. Halle Berry. Okay, it's Halle Berry, but you say it Hollyberry. I don't know. But it's really cute.
She has a little wreath.
She's got a little Christmas wreath. So that's the quilt. So every month you'll make one hedgehog and one piece block. So you can see there's a piece block right here. And then on the corner of the blocks for the actual hedgehog block, there's mini simple folded corner ruler that you'll use. And tell why that's so important. We'll show you the ruler in just a second, but tell us why it's so handy to have it.
Well, first what you'll do is you'll applique your pieces on there, and then to get it centered just nice and have everything come out consistent every time, using that ruler is just a dream because you can measure and it makes it perfect. In the past, when we did it with a square and flipped it up, it didn't always work.
And it was really interesting when Mom wanted to include the ruler in the block of the month. I was like, well, what does this ruler really do? And Mom showed me with and without the ruler. Y'all want the ruler.
It's kind of tricky to figure out, but we'll show you exactly how to do it.
And in the pattern, there's really great diagrams, and the ruler comes with diagrams, so you'll get all the information you need. So let's talk about, for the block of the month, there are 2 versions. that you can join. One is for your sewing machine applique, meaning you're going to use your sewing machine and you're going to guide and make your perfect buttonhole stitch or applique stitch of your choice.
Like I do it.
Like how Mom does it. So it's the classic way. And then...
I'm old enough to be a classic.
Well, I was just going to say I'm the plus way. I don't know if I like that title either. But the Hedgies Plus means that you also, in addition to everything that you get access to download embroidery files. So you'll use your embroidery machine to complete the applique. You'll still use your sewing machine to piece the blocks, but the actual applique stitching will be done completely on your embroidery machine with me. So you have classic Mom and plus me.
So let's talk about what they did in their first box.
Okay, well, we're each going to unbox the box. You're going to unbox the classic version. And this is literally a box from the inventory room. We're going to untape it. So this is truly, if you join today, you get a starter box that has a really fun project, a guidebook, all kinds of good stuff. So Mom?
Do I start?
Yeah, unbox. Discover what's in there.
Okay. Never done quite like this in unboxing.
It's fun, isn't it?
So, first off, did you guys see how cute the box is?
Well, yeah, there's little hedgies.
All the way around.
So cute.
And then, anyway, cute place for the mailing label. So, when you open this up, you get this nice little card from us, which is a thank you card because we truly do appreciate your business and your participation.
Yes.
And then on the back, it tells you how to contact us.
If you have any questions.
If you have questions, you could contact us by email and by phone.
Or just to tell us how excited you are to get the box. We love those emails.
Can I rip it open?
Do it.
Okay. So you'll find your little Hedgie package in here sealed with a little
It's
sticker.
really sealed.
Sealed really good. Okay, so then what you get is all this stuff is inside. So I'm just going to pick this up.
Do it.
Okay. The first thing I see right here, this is a spine insert for a binder.
I'll go grab a binder.
Go grab us a binder.
While Mom's unboxing, I'll get the binder and show you how cute your binder is.
Because I like for everything to be organized when I'm working with my block of the month. So having a binder to keep everything together really makes a difference.
Look, I have one started.
Oh, good. So you'll have the front, well then the next thing you'll see are your pattern pieces.
Oh, go through each
The
page because
pattern.
it's really nice.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, I want everyone to see.
So the first thing you have here, can you see this, Libby? Is your cover page for your binder, Brittany, if you want to show how that
Yeah.
looks.
So there it is in your binder,
And then you have the back page.
which I did not put in yet, but it's really
But
easy just to put in there.
It's a full-size picture of the quilt.
And then this is with your spine, so you have like a whole nice little setup that you can keep on your shelf and stay
Right.
organized for your block of the month.
And then you have the front page of your pattern for your Hedgie starter kit. Now, what's in your Hedgie starter kit? I'm going to show you the rest of
We'll
what's in
talk
it.
about the pattern.
I want to show what they're making.
Okay, and then we'll go back to how pretty the pattern is.
Yes, but this is what Libby was this showing in the video already. Well, the starter kit is what you get to make this pillow. Okay, so you have the front page of this, which then opens up into some information before you begin and how to prep your fabric, cutting instructions for each piece of fabric.
Yep, there's step-by-step cutting instructions like always.
Yeah. And then
Do you want me to hold this for you? I feel like
it's
you're
kind of hard to
you
do
feel
that.
uncomfortable?
Yeah, it's hard to do that, so make sure everybody can see it. And then the next page is your machine applique instructions, and that's for people like me. And then we have this here, which is some more detailed instructions, and your fabric pieces.
No, this is
color
a color,
pieces.
your thread chart.
Sorry, thread chart. I can't read. I don't have my glasses on, you guys. I'm really.
Well, wait, hold on.
Oh my god. I'm flunking at this.
I'm going to tell you a little bit more because, Mom, I don't think you remember what's in.
No, I know what's in here.
I want everyone to see all the detail that was put into this because Libby worked really hard to make this like an awesome pattern. So you get a nice, this is going to be an every month's pattern. You get a nice thread chart. So when you're grabbing your threads from your Hedgie thread kit, if you add that onto your block of the month, then it's really easy for you to know exactly what colors you need to applique where. And it even tells you this is the stitch order. So we're even going a little step further in this pattern than others, and that we're telling you like, hey, load 1056, and stitch these pieces. Cool, finish that, then you go to the next step. Just how Mom would do it on her sewing machine.
After you've built your units and placed it
Yeah,
on the
after,
fabric.
yeah, you've had to build your applique unit
Yeah.
at this point. And then, once you're done with all your applique stitching, then you flip over and you can see we have diagrams about how you're going to use the ruler, how to set your ruler up, and what's so important, I think, about actually making your starter kit project when you get it, is that you learn how to use the ruler on this, because you don't want to goof on your real project. So you're not going to goof because you have detailed instructions, but if you do, it's on a little pillow and not
It's
on
lot
a full
easier that
block.
way.
Okay, now
So
you can go
then-
back to
So
talking.
then we go back into the full pillow assembly for how to make your pillow.
Can I say one more thing about this pattern?
Sure.
I know Mom's bored already with me talking about it.
No, I'm not.
But at the end of the pattern, we included what's called machine applique stitch tips from Julie. So there are 4 pages of your stitch tips with diagrams, so that when you're doing your machine applique on this project, you can refer back to this throughout the whole year, and it's like a little mini workbook with you.
Yeah,
I think that's a
kinda like
really
what I
cool
want.
thing for this project.
And then what's really nice too is we have a page where you can make notes on anything you need to.
Like maybe you can say my favorite stitch width and length for my buttonhole stitch is
Document
2.5 by
there.
2.5
Yeah.
or what have you.
Okay, so let's get back into what's in the box.
There's also more in the pattern, but ooh, we have some comments.
Question from Leanie. Will there be an embroidery file for the pillow?
Yes. Oh, yes, there will. The embroidery filing is gonna have the just making the little guy like always, where you don't get to piece the thing in the embroidery machine. One of them we did, and I loved it. I think the U Troop, we pieced the whole pillow in the hoop. We don't want this one just because you have to use that simple folded ruler, which is in the kit. But yes, embroidery files for all of it.
Okay.
Yay!
So then the next thing that's in your box is this nice little guide, the Hedgies Handbook, which
So cute.
is adorable. It tells you, welcome to the Hedges Club, of course.
Remind you who we are, just in case you forget.
Yeah. And then there's some frequently asked questions.
Which the frequently asked questions will show you how to update your mailing address if you need to, your credit card, things like that.
So this is a great thing to keep in your notebook. And then we also have some notions that we love that make sewing easier and more fun. And then we have
Oh yeah, this is
a
my favorite.
checklist on the back for your boxes. So, like for instance, when you get your first box in October, you can fill in this little blip dot here and know that you have that one, and so on every month to make sure that you have each one that you need.
And that will just help you make sure that you get everything and that you're able to complete your whole project.
So we have this great little Hedgie handbook.
Did we have some questions?
Rebecca wants to know if she can get just the pillow.
No, I'm sorry, but you can join the club and get the pillow in your first box. It is such a stinking cute pillow though.
And then for the pillow, the next thing I'm finding in my box is my applique pieces, laser cut. All
And
the
2
pieces
little
you need.
buttons.
Really?
Yeah, the little buttons are in there too. They're in the little bag. They're in there.
Really?
It's okay.
Doesn't feel like it.
Okay, well they're there.
And then here is the ruler, the mini simple folded corner ruler designed by Doug Leco. And it is just an awesome little ruler, you guys. We will have a video that shows you exactly,
Yes,
How
it's
to use
posting
this.
tomorrow.
and we use the same size consistently throughout the quilt, which is also used on the pillow. So I have areas where I think that you should mark it with some tape to make it really simple each time. So
Yep, and that's in the pattern, your starter kit pattern.
yeah, we'll give you details on that. And then of course you have the fabrics for the pillow.
So this is your applique background, and then this is your pillow backing. And then look at your little strip of binding. The girls folded it so cute, like in your box. I love it.
And then these are the borders in your for the front.
Yeah, your pillow front borders.
Yes. So fun, huh?
That is fun.
So I think if I was getting this in the mail, I would be so excited.
I think we've added fun little things in there.
I love the fact that we have this binder.
I know, the binder is so nice. And I'll give you a tip when you're putting your binder edge in. Don't try and do it while your binder's closed. Open your binder. I know that sounds silly to share, but that's a really
Binder
important tip.
101 tips.
You just put it right in. Y'all don't want to watch me do that. But having it open and laying it on your table is much easier than trying to like put that in there.
Yeah. So
And it
that's
just is so nice. You can like start having your collection of all
do
your
you want to hand me
block of the month binders.
my empty box?
Yeah.
So
Well,
this is what we have for that.
and you want me to open the embroidery one?
I don't know what's different about it.
Well, the pattern is different, and I'm just very into the pattern and want you all to get to see it.
Okay.
Well, especially for the embroidery one. Yeah.
Marcia wants to know if you ordered the embroidery version, can you still do just the applique?
Absolutely. So if you get the embroidery version, which means you have access to the embroidery files with your embroidery hoop, you also in your pattern get your full placement guide. So if you want to do it with sewing machine applique, you can. And every pattern every month includes all the applique pieces reversed. So if you want to like actually trace and cut out your fusible and your applique pieces, you certainly can. So you can make as many of them as you want once you got the pattern. You can make it 100 times if you want.
It's important to me that we have patterns that can be used again.
Yeah, not just a one and done. It's
Yeah.
and that's one of the things that like in your book it's so nice because you can refer back to it indefinitely. So with that being said, I'm about to open the embroidery box so you'll get to see that pattern. Yay! This is fun. It's like a present. Well, especially because like
course.
we didn't pack any of this, so it's like getting to discover it.
Well, I don't know what it looks like inside.
Mom's like, what's in here?
I'm like, woo. So your binder covers should all be the same.
So the binder covers look exactly alike, except the label is different. Because obviously, this is going to say plus. Yours just says Block of the Month Club. Oh. Just kidding. Mine says plus. Okay, so my box, adorable. Just like the other box. They all come in the same box.
Every month.
Every month, you're going to get a little collection of these boxes. So again, thank you for ordering. It really does mean a lot to us. For real. Thanks
And I'm
thanks
just
for
so
letting us
happy
eat stuff.
that today so many people have already embraced the Hedgies.
Well, should we say, like, we've all been keeping count. We actually started a little whiteboard where we're tracking because we're like, this seems like a lot of people are signing up. And we looked at past Block of the Months, and this is shaping up to be the most popular. I mean, that's exciting, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Well, and I love every quilt, so it's like they do get cuter every time, so that probably explains why more and more people keep joining. But it's been really fun. But every single time someone joins, we like shout your name out in the office, and we get a little tally mark on our board because we're truly excited about every single one of you. So I think that's nice to share. I know you think I'm crazy.
No, I'm very happy.
So now, cute little tissue. I hate to rip it, but what can you do? And then, see, look, everything is folded so nicely in there. So you have your little, again, your binder. And then, okay, I can't wait for y'all to see this pattern. Livy, are you excited for everybody to see the pattern? So Livy made some custom icons for this pattern about the embroidery. Because if you've done our Block of the Month before with the embroidery, you know that every line basically is take your hoop on, put your hoop off, blah, 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 blah. And we were like, hey, instead of having to read so many words, wouldn't it be fun if we had like cute little custom icons? So Livy made them for you. So you have your front cover, which again identifies it as the embroidery for you. And then you have your back cover, so cute. And then in your pattern, so the first thing you're going to do is just like the others, you're going to start with your fabric prep and your cutting instructions. And your cutting is actually the exact same for machine embroidery or machine applique, either way. So cute. Look at that little hedgie on there. Okay, are y'all ready to see the icons? I'm going to hold it like this so you can see it. So there's little icons that tell you when you need to change your thread color, when you're going to put your hoop on and off, and then at the bottom of the pages is your little key. We even remind you to load your USB file onto your sewing machine. It's just really, really, really cool. And let me show you.
Makes me want an embroidery machine.
I know. Oh, you've been talking about another. Mom wants every sewing machine.
Lainey told me about a machine I need.
I know. Thank you. I'm just kidding. No, Mom called me after. When did you talk to her last? Like last week?
I don't know. I think so.
Yeah, and Mom called me and she's like, well,
Lainey
he told
said-
me to buy this. And I was like, oh, no. So, lady, sign up for the Block of the Month so we can get Mom a machine.
I think Lainey already signed up.
Oh, did she? Okay,
I think
good. Okay, good. And then this is another really cool thing. See how we denote all the color changes on your embroidery machine? I love that. And can I tell you, like, I'm filming the video tutorials for y'all. I went and got a box and used the pattern because, like, Libby walked in and was probably like, what are you doing with the pattern? We've been done with that for a while. And I'm like, I'm using it. So I've used it myself and I love it. And then again, really great graphics that show you exactly how to tape off your ruler like Mom did, how to use the ruler, just really awesome. And then, for those of you that, you know, who had the question earlier? I forgot her name now.
Becky? Rebecca?
Rebecca. About the embroidery, if you can do it again. Here's
Marsha.
Marsha, sorry. Marsha, this is your full placement guide, so if you want to do it again without your embroidery machine. And then each applique piece reversed, so you can trace it right onto your fusible if you want to do it again. Yay! Question?
Yes, we have questions. So
I got answers.
Roxy wants to know
Hey, Roxy.
what size hoop for embroidery is required.
8 by 12. That's pretty much our default.
Pretty much standard.
Yeah, we make a point not to go bigger because I know we get phone calls all the time of y'all buying new machines so you can participate with the 8 by 12 hoop, so we're not going to go bigger.
And then Barbara wants to know, what is the size of the quilt?
Oh, great question. 55 inches squared.
And then where do you order the thread set? Deborah wants to know.
Oh, okay, perfect. If you're on our website, stitchaloquilting.com, you can just click on Notions, and they're right at the top, or I think they're like the third or fourth row down with the thread kits. But also, if you just add the block of the month to your cart and go to the checkout, at checkout, we added a really handy thing where now you can say, do you want to add the thread kit and do you want to add the needles? You can just click and say yes right there, just to save you a step of having to add more.
Can we
to your
show how pretty they are?
Let's talk about the thread. And everything else in the embroidery box, by the way, is the same as the other one. Just the pattern I wanted to make sure I showed you.
Okay, this one right here is the 40 weight rayon.
So that's what you want if you're doing the plus with the embroidery machine.
Aren't these great on this size spool?
I love these colors.
I do too. I think they're just beautiful.
I'm obsessed with this blue.
And then this right
stark
here
sapphire.
is the 50 weight
For your bobbin.
for your bobbin.
If you're doing machine applique with you.
Yeah, my way. It's smaller. I mean, they're smaller because, you know, you fill your bobbin and it's just nice to have the matching color of the bobbin. So you don't need a giant spool. And then these are the spools for the top portion, the 30 weight,
Are those so pretty?
if you do it the way I
And they're
like to do it.
all sets are the same colors, by the way.
So, I just think it's fun. I love this quilt.
Well, and I want to
I
talk
love
about,
the colors.
well, with the thread, you want to tell them, so the needle that you use,
The needle that I use when I'm doing my applique on my regular machine, I use a 9014, which is a sharp needle, but the eye is larger, so that it accommodates this thicker thread, which is 30 weight. And it works great in your machine. I use 50 weight in the bobbin. I don't ever have to change my tension. It seems to work just great.
and I recommend changing your needles quite a bit. Like actually when I was doing embroidery earlier this morning, actually Libby was in the room with me and I'm like, oh my god, my black thread is shredding. What is happening? Because
Needle.
your thread, the sulky thread never misbehaves. And I was like, oh duh, Brittany, my needle. So
Every now and then
I
you know,
keep these by my machine.
yeah, your needle will get a burr in it. I don't know how that happens, but
Yeah, how does it happen?
I don't know. Even hand sewing needles, that can happen too. So you just need to change your
And
needles.
these, I love how they package it. It's like what, $3 or $4? And you get
Yeah, you get
5 needles, and it'll ask you at checkout when you join the block a month if you want to add it to your box.
And they're very inexpensive.
Yeah, and they're great needles. It's the same kind of needles that come in most sewing machines.
Yeah.
We got some questions?
Yeah, we have a few questions.
Okay.
So Diane wants to know, are there any cutting files for the Silhouette or Cricut?
There are not, but in the kit you get all your pieces pre-fused and laser cut. So no cutting is needed. It's ready for you. what I
Rebecca
love.
wants to know, can you buy patterns only?
No, you can only do it as the full block of the month, but it's so much fun to get this box. So join us.
Marcia likes the fabric and she wants to know, can you order more fabric?
You can order more
Yes.
fabric with us. Yep, it's not listed on the website, so email
You
us
have
and
to
we'd say
email
yeah.
us and tell us what you want.
And then Kathy wants to know, did you quilt over the hedgies or just around them?
I quilted around them, and then I did a little bit like around the ears, and like a little bit around the pencil, but I wanted their bodies to be their fat little bellies. So mostly inside here, I did not quilt.
I don't know if you can see in the video, but they do. It's like their little bellies pop. It's cute.
I mean, they really,
Yeah.
you know, it
And
sticks out.
and so you did basically edge to edge everywhere except over them, right? Is this just an edge to edge pattern?
Yes, I used, it's a small circle, and I do not remember it's a fill pattern. I have a Statler. I'm sorry, I don't remember, but if anybody really wants to know, let me know and I can look
Yeah,
it
we
up.
can tell you the name of the quilting.
Yeah.
It's a year away until you quilt
Yeah, I
it,
was
so
gonna
you
say,
might want to ask
It'll
like
be a little while.
yeah, you might want to ask next year.
Yeah.
More questions?
I think we already answered this one, but Diane wants to know, are there files for the embroidery machine to do the embroidering?
Yes, absolutely. So if you want to do it on the embroidery machine and stitch all of your applique in the embroidery machine, you'll want to get the version of the Hedgies, ooh, that's loud, called the Hedgies Plus. And the plus means it's your block of the month kit plus the embroidery files. So in our past block of the months, we've done it where you buy the kit and the files separate. That just has ended up causing, we figured out a more clever way to do it where you didn't have to buy two things, you just bought one thing with it already included. Make your life
Yeah.
as simple as possible is our goal.
It was hard for everybody to get the right things in the cart.
Yeah, so now it's all just one. So if you look at the, I don't know if it's at the top or the bottom of this video, there's a link and it's going to take you to a page that tells you all about the block of the month and describes both versions, and then you'll just click and join whichever one fits you best.
So does the machine embroidery include background quilting, says Roxy?
No, Roxy, I wish it did. The reason it doesn't is because you have to like quilt it together all as one quilt, so you couldn't. Well, I guess I know people do it, but I don't think the way we do it, it would work.
Yeah, because we applique the block onto a piece of fabric, and then you have to do your corners, etc., to put the quilt together. I'm not sure how well it would work to line it back up later to do
Exactly.
like circles around an already applique piece.
So the embroidery files are just going to do your applique. And it's going to be perfect buttonhole stitches. I love watching the machine do it.
I think you could do that if you were doing like a quilt as you go,
Yeah, that's what I was
Method,
trying to
but-
say. This isn't quilt as you go.
but we're not experts with quilt as you go, so we don't quilt as we go.
But we're experts with buttonhole stitch on your embroidery machine with prefused lace cut applique pieces.
So Jeanette wants to know, does the final kit include backing fabric?
It includes everything except backing and batting. So you're going to get, in your final kit, the finishing kit, you get all your borders, which you can see the border is like a little pieced border, and you use your folded corner ruler on that as well. Then you will get your binding, and then you get a whole bunch of little buttons to finish off all your little hedgies and make them come to life with eyeballs.
And then Susan wants to know, how does she know if the embroidery files are compatible with her embroidery machine?
We will work on all brands. There's not a non-major brand.
Yeah.
So you get, what are the file formats? There's
PES,
PES,
DST,
DST. I think Libby's running to get a list. Libby will be
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
I digitized it. You think I know?
XXX, is that what?
XXX, VP3, VIP, something like
I'm not
that.
sure what Bernina went to. It was ART.
Oh my god,
now it's
thank you,
something
Libby.
else.
Y'all, Libby knows everything. I love
Sure.
this. Okay. I literally do all the digitizing. You'd think I know the answer, but I don't. So DST, EMD, EXP, JEF, HUS, PES, that's one I use, VIP, VP3, and XXX. So all of
So
them. That's like
9 of them.
Janome, Brother, Bernina, Viking, all the major brands. Yep, so the main thing with the embroidery machine really isn't that you have to be worried about not being able to use the file format. We've got you covered there. It's going to be that you have an 8x12 hoop. So you want to make sure you have a nice 8x12 hoop. Not
And
smaller.
7.9, we can't guarantee that works. You
Yeah.
need to have
8 by 12.
or larger. You can use a bigger hoop. if
Yeah,
you
it's like
want.
200 by 300 millimeters or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know the millimeters. It says it on the hoop. But if you have that hoop, you can do every single block of the month with us indefinitely. We have no plans to need a bigger hoop.
Yeah, she makes me make it small enough to fit.
She'll come in with like a giant, like 15-inch block, and I'm like, Mommy, They need it to be 8 by 12.
Well,
Like with the gnomes, we brought them down.
and Santa Claus has been brought down.
Mhm.
These were brought down. I had these bigger. I just like bigger sometimes.
I think everyone in the company is glad you didn't make these bigger. It's hilarious lasering these. Like, they're all lasered already, but poor Robin, we're like, here, do like 300 rounds of veggies. It was fun.
She does it all without complaint.
I know. Robin is the laser queen, so all the kits you're getting right now, Robin is lasered, and she's awesome.
So Eleanor wants to know, how do I order this? I'm on your website and I'm not finding it.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, so if you go, you're on our website, click at the very top, Block of the Month Clubs in the menu, or if you just want to click on our logo, if that's easier for you, and then scroll, the very first quilt that you'll see is the Hedgies. Right
And
there.
then you just choose the way you want it.
Exactly. So then you'll just want to make sure, Eleanor, when you buy it, that you get either the block of the month for sewing machine applique, meaning you're going to guide your sewing machine to do your buttonhole stitch, or the Hedgies Plus, which means with the embroidery machine files, where you're going to use your embroidery machine. So there's two ways to get to it. Either click on Block of the Month Clubs in the menu, and then obviously click on Hedgies there, or click on our logo that brings you back to the homepage of our website, and then the top thing is like welcome to our website, and then the very first quote you'll see is the Hedgies. Yeah. Question?
Kathy's saying, sorry, she just hopped on, but is this the same size hoop as Gnome?
It is. It sure is, Kathy. It's 8 by 12. Oh my gosh. You know what gnome I got to do the final tutorial for? The schoolgirl. Oh my gosh. Did I show you? I'm gonna show everybody. Hold please. Let me show you all how cute this is. Where'd it go? Oh no. Here it is. I know we're only supposed to talk about Hedgies, but you mentioned gnomes, and the gnomes just melt my little heart. Look at that block, y'all. So this is what it looks like when it comes off the embroidery machine. Everything is stitched on the embroidery machine, and so it's just perfect. I have nothing else to say other than it's just so much fun to do, y'all. Doesn't that just look so stinking cute? Yes. And then, y'all, the little fisherman. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I know Sandra said this is her favorite. Hey, Sandra,
I
if you're
like
on
the
here.
fish and tail one too.
I love them. Every time I stitch one of them, I feel in the video that I'm saying it's my favorite, and I mean it. And then I see the next one, I'm like, well, crap, that's my favorite too. So I just like them all.
Libby?
So Lisa has an order change that she wants to make, and
Okay.
she wants to know, she ordered the regular one, and now that she's watched this, she wants to get the plus, and she needs to get a different thread set. So
Awesome. So if you will just, sorry to ask you to do a next step, but if you can email us at orders@stitchesofquilting.com, we will get that switched out. Hopefully nothing shipped out to you yet, because the girls have been
Yeah.
shipping all day.
And Lisa, make sure that you put your name exactly as you listed it initially so we can easily find
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. But it should be easy for us to just
Yeah.
switch it out. Not a problem at all.
Yeah, we can make that happen.
Yeah. I love it. That means, so if you're doing embroidery, it means you're going to stitch with me every month. If you're doing
Yeah.
the machine applique, you're going to stitch with Mom every month.
And I tell you, I do answer phone calls, and I hear from customers talking about that have the embroidery machine, and they talk about how much they enjoy doing the video and stitching their block with Brittany. And apparently, a lot of people have an iPad, and they'll turn their iPad on and watch Brittany do a step, and then they pause her, and then they do their step, and then they turn her back on and do the next one, and then do it.
That's kind of how I film it, is like in my head, you would be like next to me at the embroidery machine.
Yeah, and everyone's been telling me, or people lately have been telling me that they really enjoy it because, you know, they're doing it by themselves because, you know, we're not able
We're all
to
in our
be
own
with our
sewing machine
friends
right
right
now.
now. So they feel like they have someone with them. Brittany,
Me, and I'm talking
Stitching
to
with
y'all.
them.
I feel like sometimes I share like really weird stories. I'm like, so this is what I was gonna do. Like, I just changed my mind with the Snow Buddies. We just started doing the everybody that started at the very beginning is now on block 10, which is the first block of our runner that you can use as either a table runner or a bed runner. So at the beginning of the project, I was gonna, in my head, put it in my guest room at Christmas time and winter time. But I'm not gonna have any guests this year, so it's gonna go in my room. So I tell y'all exactly what I'm making it for and where it's gonna go. And
yeah.
I love doing the machine embroidery tutorials. I can do it all day, every day. Questions?
Sandra forgot to order the thread for the Hedgies embroidery machine. Can she still get it?
Sandra, of course. Is it our Sandra Copeland?
It is.
Okay, hey Sandra. We would never not let you have thread. However, the thread did sell out this morning, before we even got into the office.
But more is on the way.
More is already on the way. We had to call Sulky and be like, we underestimated. I'm telling you, I love the Hedgies.
But Sulky's in Atlanta and we're here, so it's usually only a couple days.
Well, I was gonna say we'll probably have it by Monday or Tuesday. So don't worry, we'll get it to you.
And then some of your friends are saying, let's see. Kathy says, "Yep, Brittany and I stitch together every block.
Yeah!
Great job,
Oh my
Brittany."
God, I love it.
And Leanie says, "Love stitching with you, Brittany."
Yay! Oh my gosh, I love it. I really think about y'all too, and I hope I don't sound creepy. But I know Leanie, you're in California. I've been very aware. I know I've said this before, in the last week's chit chat. I know where y'all live. I get really worried about fires or hurricanes and things like that.
Well,
Because I'm
know exactly where you live.
No, I don't know where you live. I'm creepy. I just know a
California.
general state. And I know, I can't remember your daughter's name. Why am I forgetting your daughter's name? She lives not in California, but another state. I worry about everybody because I see the labels out there and I see states.
Allison?
No, Angela.
Angela.
Is it Angela?
I think so.
Okay, good. So no, I really think about everybody when I'm doing the stitching. Any more questions, Clara?
How do we access tutorials?
Oh, okay, perfect. So they are going to be, couple ways. Let me just tell you how smart we are with this block of the month. I'm really proud of this.
Yeah,
In the guidebook, we have a frequently asked question thing. So you can always remember how to get to your tutorials. So if you're doing the classic version, you're going to log into your account on our website and go to that page that has all your tutorials. And they'll be added every month. Or if you're doing the embroidery, you'll click on the embroidery access within your membership, and then you'll be able to see all the videos. And also, they're all going to be on YouTube. So you can just go to YouTube. Actually, if you subscribe to our channel on YouTube, that's probably the easiest.
And you just can go to the playlist. I'm all about the playlist.
Mom, you want to share what you learned about YouTube?
No, make me feel bad.
No, it's cute because I think everybody needed to know it.
I didn't know this for the longest time, but you can on our page, and I'm sure other people's pages.
Yup.
Yeah. There's a little bar going across the middle, and it says videos, and it says, I think, playlist is next. And if you click on playlist, it gives you them grouped by whatever topic you're looking for, such as
The Hedgies. So this video is Facebook Live, but when we put it on, Libby's laughing in the back. So when we put this up on YouTube for you all to watch, this will be on the Hedgies playlist.
We didn't have playlists when I was a kid. Disc jockeys have playlists maybe, but now
I'm
we
your
have
video
playlists.
jockey. Isn't that what they're called? Video jockeys? Yeah, video jockeys.
Really?
Like Carson Daly.
Really?
He was the original video jockey.
Really?
Yeah, Carson Daly, that's on the Today Show now. I had such a mad crush on him growing up. TRL, Total Request Live, 3 o'clock. Had to be home from the bus stop to watch Carson Daly play Hanson and Tupac for me, basically. That was a whole tangent. I just discovered a new radio station on my XM that's music from my childhood, and I am beyond thrilled. That's what made me think of that.
Libby has another question.
So Susan wants to know, so she wants to try machine embroidery.
Mm-hmm.
Could she do a beginner's kit, maybe a pillow, so that she doesn't mess up on a quilt?
Absolutely. So when you join the block of the month, great question, we have that in mind. So, sorry, I didn't mean to just grab it from you. So you're going to make this with your embroidery machine first. So it's a nice, easy project to try. And let me show you the instructions, because we made it where you pretty much can't mess up. So for the embroidery machine, and also there's a tutorial that walks you step by step, but in the embroidery machine, we have step-by-step instructions that say hey, you're going to put your hoop on, this is your thread color, and this is what's going to stitch. Because my pet peeve with an embroidery file is when you have no idea what's about to stitch. That scares
You don't know
me.
where it's going to go.
Exactly. So you're going to know exactly what your machine is going to stitch, what thread color you need, what you need to iron on, everything. It's going to be super self-explanatory with the pattern.
So when they get this every month, they're going to have that
Every month.
so they don't have to worry about downloading a README file.
No, okay, so that is a change with this. You will still download your embroidery files with this block of the month every month, but you won't have to print the README as in the embroidery machine instructions. It's going to come printed already in your box. And I forgot, like, who gave us this idea. Remember, there was one customer that was like, hey, I don't know when I'm done with embroidery where to jump back in my pattern. And I was like, oh, duh. We didn't tell, like, several thousand people that. So we got smart. You know, we get smarter every block of the month. So, yeah.
We really want you to have an easy, seamless, happy, fun time
Yeah.
doing this. So
We just, you know.
we're trying to make everything better and better.
Exactly. And so, like, we were like, how can we go back and change that, like, on Bucru and make it where everybody gets, like, either this or that? And we can't back do it on people, but anyone signing up is getting that. So, not to make it confusing. I won't even talk about that. That's all on the back end. Yeah. But yeah, it's really, really easy. So the starter project is great, whether you're doing the embroidery machine or the sewing machine applique, to practice. And it's so stinking cute. Are you going to take that home now? Or are you going to just
No.
keep it at the office?
We're going to keep it here.
Okay. Well, when I do the rest of the tutorials, we'll have another one. So you can take that one home.
Okay.
Is there another question?
Tammy wants to know if you can explain the threads real quick one more time.
Oh, absolutely. So, if you're doing the machine embroidery, the only thread kit you need is 40 weight. These are sulky rayon threads. Sorry, I'm the
Aren't they
shaker.
pretty? I just think these are so pretty.
And there's 17 colors that Mom used in her sample, picked out the colors throughout the whole quilt. And then if you're doing sewing machine applique, what
Because
you'll...
with this, we know that you're going to use your like pre-filled bobbins.
Oh yeah, with the embroidery machine, you don't have to match your bobbin. Just literally buy like a pack of 100 pre-wound white bobbins. That's all you need.
That's how we do it.
That's how we do it. Mom found like an empty bobbin spool the other day, and you're like, "Do you want it?" And I'm like, "Well, I guess we shouldn't throw it away, but I'm never gonna make an embroidery machine bobbin." I used to, and it made no difference.
Okay, back to
Yeah.
the thread.
Okay, and then if you're doing the sewing machine applique, you're gonna do it how Mom does it if you want. You put your 50 weight, you do wind a bobbin for your sewing machine. You put your 50 weight in the bobbin, and then you do your 30 weight, which is a little bit thicker thread, so it gives that nice dimension on your applique stitch, and that's a 30 weight for your needle. And then the needle sizes that you're gonna wanna use with the 30 and 50 weight, which is cotton for the sewing machine applique, is the universal 90/14. And you can add these, and when you're checking out, the website's going to ask you if you want to add these. They're like a couple bucks. Just go on and add it.
Connie wants to know if she can use thread she already has.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, of course. So in either version,
I encourage you to do that. I mean,
yeah.
like I used to have an embroidery machine from the early 90s when they first started having those for your home. She's laughing at me.
Well, because we still use some of them.
And I have threads left. It was Madeira thread that I used, and I have threads left, and we still use them. And
Yeah.
they seem to be fine.
Well, I mean, I personally now pretty much only stitch for work, so I have my 24 colors. We have like
Yeah, we
24
use-
core colors we use.
We really use the sulky here all the time. We truly use this thread.
Yeah, you'll see it in all the tutorials. But we also in every pattern notate what color. So while you may not have sulky 1056 medium tawny tan, you have a brown. Right,
I mean, and
you know?
really the way I look at it is if you're an avid embroiderer or with an embroidery machine, you have a lot of thread already.
Mm-hmm.
And you just need the color to kind of blend, really.
It's really fun to look at how different colors blend. Like, you know, one of
It's
the things
amazing.
on the gnomes, it's a coral, and you know what matched best was peach. I used a peach thread.
Libby?
Yeah.
Kathy wants to know about the pillow. Does it come as part of the
Oh, yeah.
kit
You
or?
mean the pillow itself? We give you directions on how to make the
Oh,
pillow.
you mean the pillow form?
Is the pillow separate from the kit or part of it? Just haven't logged onto the site yet.
Oh, yeah. So in your starter kit, you get everything you need to make this, but the fluffy inside, we don't ship you.
We give you directions on how to make the pillow form. I think this is an 8-inch pillow.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the first box they receive.
Yeah, exactly. So if you sign up today, this little box ships to you today. Well, it's later in the day, so the girls will ship it tomorrow.
Yeah.
The girls, the ladies. I'm sorry. They're ladies.
They're young. They're girls.
I know. They're so young.
And then our last question is, Deborah wants to know if you bought the embroidery balm, can you still watch the machine applique video as well?
Oh my
Of
gosh, of
course.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, it like I don't know if you were on earlier and heard, Even in the embroidery, you get the pieces reversed. So if you want to make another one, you can.
You get the pattern so you can make another one.
Yes, sorry. Yeah, you get the outline, so you can trace it on a fusible. So you could do one as machine embroidery, and then if you want to make another one with machine applique, you certainly can.
Or if you want to make just like different little blocks,
You know what I might do?
What?
I know Sandra's gonna love this because she loves pillows like me. A lot of y'all love pillows like me. Oh, our friends at Sulky will love this too. With your embroidery file, you can just stitch another one and make it a pillow. Like you'll have to use your own fabrics. But wouldn't it be fun?
It would be fun to have a Halloween, like the first one you'll be getting of the regular blocks is this guy.
Oh yeah,
The
it's a little
back.
taped to the wall, sorry.
Yeah. So you could use some really cute orange and Halloween fabrics. And
Yeah, and make a
them
cute
really
little
cute.
pillow. Won't that be fun?
Yep.
Kathy
like
wants to know if you can order thread at any point.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Wouldn't it have been funny if one of us was like no and one of us was like yes? No, we'll definitely have it. And we have a thread surprise. It's not related to Hedgie, but our friends at Sulky basically are
so
doing
wonderful.
a top secret project for you.
It's wonderful. You're going to love it.
Mom's like, I want this. I need this. And they're like, well, let's talk to Germany and see if we can make it happen. And they said yes.
That's
I
why
know.
we love Sophie.
Poor Michelle. Michelle handles like our account orders and stuff. And so today, when I send her another order, I'm like, this is just today's order. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Like at this point, I'm just emailing her daily. It's funny.
Michelle is so great.
I know. Well, what else do we have to say about the Hedgies other than it's going to be a blast?
I think it's going to be fun.
I'm super excited.
I have a lot of fun making it. Of course, I really have fun making all of our quilts. They're just so much fun.
Well, and I just think every block of the month we put so much work and effort into it, but we've really had a lot of fun because Libby's here with us now. And so we got to do all this stuff. Like, Mom's always like, add a diagram. And I'm like, I don't know how. Libby does.
Yeah, Libby's done some great things, and we're already working on another quilt right now, and we're having fun with that already.
Yeah, like literally, was it Monday, Libby? You were like, all right, I'm starting on the Santa block of the month. And I was like, but launch day hasn't happened. Like, Libby's ready. Like, we're already starting the next one. So exciting.
That means, boxes and all kinds of
Oh my gosh.
stickers and stuff.
Oh, and we should just say that some of the stuff that comes in your monthly box we haven't even shown you today. Because we want just a smidgel of surprise to be in your box.
Really? We opened the box?
Yeah, this is the starter box, but remember the monthly ones have a little something else in it?
Marsha wants to know, what size embroidery needle do you use with Sulky?
Oh, perfect. I have a little pack of it right here. Where'd it go?
No, that's
Oh, here it is. So I use 7511 embroidery needles. I think this is just the standard embroidery needle size, right? It's what I use. I love it. I haven't had any problems. And I want to say that these are like $3 or $4. They're really cheap, and you get 5 of them.
$3.49?
$3.49?
I don't know.
$2.99, $3.49, $3.99, somewhere in there. And we have them on our website under Notions, or also if you join the block of the month, it's going to ask you at checkout if you want the needles. Yep.
And then
again, the needles sold, most of the needles sold out this morning. They're going to be here within a couple of days, so we'll get your needles to you.
Lisa wants to know, does a pattern come with the kit if she wants to make another one?
Yes,
Absolutely.
100%. You get, I'll just show it one more time for everybody. You get your full-size placement guide and all of your applique pieces reversed, so you can trace and make more pieces.
And you get the inserts for a binder. You have to buy your own binder, but you can keep every month. You'll keep your pattern
Oh yeah, let's put it in there.
in your binder.
Cute, like, so basically at the end of the program, you have like a whole book about the Hedgies, which how fun is that?
And then, of course, you'll have your Hedgie guide that you can keep in the pocket of your binder.
Yes. Or like on your nightstand for nighttime reading. You can just
Right.
like talk about us at
I
night.
bet they have other things to do at night besides read our Hedgie.
Okay, I have taken like little, like I just joined a little monthly club where I get 2 little succulents every month. It's so cute, y'all. It's $10 a month, and you get 2 little baby succulents like this big. So cute. And so it came with little info. So I went in bed and read about my succulents. So you don't know. They could take this book to bed.
Okay.
Well, now y'all know too much about me.
If you take your book to bed, just
Well,
let
Steven
us know.
was out of town, so I had nothing to do but read succulent stuff. You don't read in bed?
No.
You don't read in bed before you go
Libby
to
has a
sleep?
question. Thank God.
Sharon says, did you say the 30 weight is for the machine sewing version, or did you use the 50 weight?
So the 30 and 50 is for the... So you use the 30 weight in the needle and the 50 weight in the bobbin.
And that's because it's because of the stitch that I think makes your machine applique easier to control and easier to get a great result. And that's a stitch that, oh, let's see. I'll do it like this. Pretend this is your applique piece, and this is your background fabric. Okay? So this is your applique piece. So your needle's gonna go take a couple stitches on the outside and then bite in and come back out. A couple stitches, bite in, come back out. It's never gonna go down, back, in, out, down, back, in, out. It's not gonna do that. That's
the wrong stitch.
That stitch is hard. So if you choose a stitch on your machine that goes ding, 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 in, out, ding, 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 in, out, that's really easier to control because you can make your curves nice and smooth by having tiny stitches on the outside. However, I liked the look of the original blanket stitch. So if you're using like a 50 weight or a 40 weight on top as your top thread, you don't get that look because it's not going back and forth over it. Thus, if you use a 30 weight, which is a thicker thread, you get that look.
How do we get it on the embroidery machine with the 40 weight though? Because we do. How does that work?
It goes back and forth a little bit.
Really?
I thought the time I watched you.
I've never noticed that. I digitize it all on the screen, so I see exactly where the stitches are gonna go, and I put them where I want them, and then I never think about
And
it.
that's really one of the nice advantages about the machine, the embroidery machine doing your embroidery for you, is it the digitizer, if they're paying attention, can place the stitch exactly where it needs to go.
Mhm.
Well, we know Brittany pays attention. I'm just saying, I know some things don't. But when you're doing it yourself, it's not as easy, again, to control where that, like in the corner, where it's going to actually stitch.
Like if you look at the star on that gnome, oh, perfect, because you want your little bite in on the points.
So she can make the
I
needle,
love doing that,
she
making
can
it
make
perfect.
the stitch be exactly where
I love that.
where it goes. And I've been told by like Weenie that the Luminaire, that wonderful machine can do that for you too.
Really, you're putting me out of a job.
No,
I'm just kidding.
no.
But where would you put that? You only have 2 sewing rooms at home.
No, it'd be here. It's not for home, it's for here. Work.
Oh.
You thought I wanted it for home?
Yeah.
No.
Diane says, do the Pez files come over the internet?
Yes, so you'll download it. So once you're signed up for the block of the month and you're a member, then throughout the entire project, every month when you get your box, you'll go to the website and you'll log in as you, and then you'll click on memberships and you'll have a page that every month has all of your files.
But
What
she
are you
wants to
asking
make
me?
sure she's getting the embroidery version.
Oh, you'll want to make sure that when you sign up, then that it says plus. You want the Hedgies plus block of the month for embroidery machine applique. So there's 2. One says for sewing machine applique, and one says for embroidery machine applique. If you sign up for the embroidery one, you got it.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. It was so funny. Remember when you talked about the Pez files the other day? I literally thought of Pez dispensers, and I was like, what is happening?
Oh my goodness. Well,
I know.
everybody, we thank you so much for enjoying the Hedgies as much as we do.
Yes.
We're having great response to this today.
I
And
know.
We're so excited about it, and we hope everybody has
I'm
fun
genuinely
every month
concerned
with us.
about selling out, so this is fun.
We're not going to sell out. We can make everybody
We'll
happy.
always make more.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is so much fun. So don't forget it. Check out the threads that go with your club, add your needles, and then we didn't talk anything about the other notions. We'll do that on Friday. We're going to be live again at 3 p.m. and let's just make that one all about the Hedgies. I mean, well, duh, about the Hedgies. About the Hedgie other notions. We can do all that. Yeah.
News to me.
Surprise. All right, bye, ladies. Thanks for joining
Bye,
us
everybody.
today. And yay, Hedgies.